Vijay, Agent Callus,
and Dave.
We're here at the top 8 cut game. Quarterfinal. Dave and Agent Callus and I did not make the cut. Guys, first off, how did you guys feel about your day today? Agent Callus?
Pretty good. I mean, won my first game, but against a Brent on the Hoth mission, it's brutal.
How about you, David?
It just comes down to just missing a good play at the right time, and that's your match right there. You know, sometimes they hang on a thread. So
I hear you. I lost by 1 point to John, who's now he made the top 8, and he did a move with Blaze, very last play of the game move, and killed my HK to get the 8 points he needed, which actually made him win by 1 point. So I was a bit taken aback by that. Right here we got Brent G and Dan R.
Surprised they're not using their shiny dice.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Well, maybe they'll bust it out during the game, because I see a shiny, it looks like a shiny green guy there. But, so I'm going to go through the squads here. It looks to me like Dan has Bantha Rider, one Elite Nexu, one regular Nexu, regular HK Assassin Droid, Greedo, Gideon, C-3PO, and of course he needs Temporary Alliance, Explosive Armaments, which I'm assuming he has on the HK.
Beast Tamer,
and Devious Scheme.
I actually played him on my second mission. This was the list that pretty much killed me on the Hoth scenario.
Oh boy, well it's a lot of monsters, like a lot of beasts, right? It's hard to take those guys on, especially with Beast Tamer, because Beast Tamer allows them to perform a move. It also makes them sentient.
He also first turn double
the Bantha is sentient effectively anyway, so that's more for the Nexu, I would say.
What he did is he double jungle and terrored me.
He double jungle and terrored you?
Yeah, first turn.
Coach, can you explain to everybody what the jungle and terror 2-point card does?
So 2 points, 2 quantities, and what it does is they get 2 movements, and then they can perform a special action.
Okay.
So they can essentially move 2, then trample. And if you do that twice, that's double trample and 4 moves.
You're also forgetting the stampedes, because they can move onto your guy and stampede for 1, then trample, then play it again, move again, stampede again, and trample again. That is some nasty stuff.
Should we read out the command cards?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Well, hit the other one because they're starting now. So let's
go with the other squad next. It's Brent, who's running. He's also got the Rebel Care Package, which is C-3PO, Gideon, and Temporary Alliance. He's got a set of hired guns and regular HK Assassin Droids. He's got a Elite Wingguard, Bosk, and he's got Devious Scheme.
So they both have Devious Scheme, which cancel each other out if you read.
You're absolutely right. So Devious Scheme is actually, I used it today and I loved it. It was that after determined initiative, that player sets up, and then once the setup is, sets up the board that is, then Devious Scheme means your opponent gets initiative. So they have to choose, you get to choose your deployment zone, then they would set up in the other deployment zone first and move first. So it essentially lets you choose the better deployment zone, but also wait until they set up. So you can kind of, exactly. It worked well for me today. I threw a couple people off with it. It's a good card. The one thing, you're talking about looking at the command deck, and I just want to see if they both have Grenadier. They do not, because he doesn't have any troopers. So it looks like Brent has put Grenadier and 2 reinforcements in there because he does have the Wing Guards. Use them like troopers, so that makes some sense to me.
It's an interesting situation because when you see that 1 Wingguard, you got to know that there's going to be reinforcements on hand potentially and Grenadier potentially. But it's not necessarily how it's going to go out. I played Brent earlier today actually, and that's the thing. Like it's a lot of high-priced command cards to invest. That's 7 of your 15 points just into the Wingguard, right? Yeah. So it's gonna, if you're gonna go that way, you gotta definitely protect the deployment cards so you don't run out. Otherwise, you have these dead cards. And it also, you have to think about all the fun hunter shenanigans you could not be playing at that point with your HKs and Bosk and stuff like that. So
let's talk
about how they set up here, guys. So it looks like I would assume that for this map, because you have the
to your stations. Yeah.
You want?
Should we
I think
read
you're.
out the card?
So for this scenario, to your stations, at the end, there's 3 objectives you can see on the map. So 2 in that top hallway, like from our point of view, and then another one towards the bottom.
Near the tool bench.
Yeah, and then what happens is
So at the end of each round, each player gains 3 victory points for each security station he controls. Now the important thing to note is that for the Nexu, they can control objectives and terminals regardless of being non-sentient. So you can use the Nexu to get a card from a terminal, control the station, whatever you want to do. So for each security station, the player who controls it also chooses a hostile figure in line of sight of that station, and those figures in line of sight of the stations will each suffer 2 damage. So it's definitely a nasty little trick to keep going, and that top hallway is where all the action's probably going to happen for that.
I remember one time I was playing a version of the Trooper list I played, and I set up where Dan set up, and I would have an officer and a probe droid, and I would use the probe droid to skip over the red space and grab the station like almost first turn because of
Did you
the
talk about
officer.
this one? The
Yeah.
one at the bottom?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the officer, so you set up there, goes over the red because of
Which figure's going over the red?
the probe droid.
Oh, yeah,
the
the mobile,
officer.
yeah.
he's mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he uses his 3 to go there and grab the terminal, so you get some VPs early and you get to shoot people.
Well, it's funny because even the Nexu, where it is, could do something very similar.
Yeah.
And you could even have, like, if we're looking at Dan's side, typically where, like, Brent has that HK sitting on a terminal, it's a good little spot if you have the Nexu up where Dan does to do, like, a 5 move and then pounce and just, like, hit him. You know, those Nexu have a lot of
Yeah,
range, and especially, like, cutting the corner like that. It's something to look at with, like, Beast Tamer lets him move, right?
And early, Brent sends 2 of his wing guards to grab 2 terminals.
Yeah.
And he was
Good play.
talking to Dan earlier, and he said that the hired guns are actually painted 80s fashion. So they have like pink shirts.
Oh, that's cool. I might have
Yeah.
seen those on Facebook. I think he might have put those pictures on there.
Yeah,
I like
that-
what he's done here, though, because I find on this map, if you can control that hallway pretty soon off, you
Yeah.
can grab some really quick
It's 6 points a turn.
Yeah, and absolutely. And then
And
on
you-
top of that, makes him have to come in there to take you out, which is
Yeah.
not exactly easy.
And you also get shot every single turn.
That's right.
And then even if one of them's gone, so you kill one with a bantha and say jungle and like trample shoot. I mean stampede shoot.
Yeah.
Then he can just reinforcements right next to the guy, move in, grab that station back.
That's right.
So you're kind of in an impossible.
Well,
split
yeah, like if you
space
want,
there.
with troopers in that hallway up top, you want to make sure that if you're going to kill one, you kill them both,
Yeah.
so that he's forced to reinforce, especially in this setup, down by the hired gun at the terminal, which is fine, because it's going to be several rounds before that wing guard can come up and threaten that hallway, which basically means he's not going to be in that hallway.
So I don't know who's shooting who, but
I think he looks like an HK, I'm thinking, because he had 2 blues, a green, and a yellow.
so
And
he must have been focused.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that HK on the Nexu down there.
Yeah, I believe you're right. It's HK on the next, so that just came in.
This one?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Shooting
no.
at what, though?
wait, no, where is he shooting at?
No, it's the HK opposite of Greedo at the terminal, shooting at the shooting at
No, it's
Boss.
deep in Brent's end.
It could be this one shooting at Boss,
Yeah.
Makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense, because Bosk had the black.
because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares away.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. But he
Must
didn't get the
have-
range to do it, though.
Must have
So it could've
surged
been
for
that.
accuracy.
Yeah.
Must have surged
The
for accuracy.
HK doesn't surge for accuracy, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay.
I don't know. I don't play HKs.
Oh, yeah, they do pierce damage, weaken accuracy. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and then he double surged for the blast too. That's where the damage is
Now, it looks
coming
like he's
from.
doing
It's a tricky play, though, because if
another
you start...
focused HK here.
If you're going to burn those focused HKs on Boss
Boss.
early like that, you better be closing him out, because he's regenerating to a turn,
Yeah.
right? So...
And he's really hard to put damage on no matter what you got.
Oh, so he's shooting with this HK.
Yeah, that's right. From long range. Did he get the range, though, is the question.
6,
3,
8,
yeah, it looks like he's
Yeah,
got
10,
lots.
yeah.
and now he can use the blast too to
So here's the
almost kill Gideon.
So
Yeah, he first turn while shooting boss, he almost kills Gideon.
Yeah.
That's
heavy
pretty
armor.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I'm
HKs
surprised-
don't have blast though.
I think they have the heavy armaments.
Oh,
on.
explosive
Explosive,
armaments.
yeah.
Sorry, that's right. I forgot he said
Also,
that. That's how that's it.
I'm surprised that he isn't using, those scum trackers for
Sorry.
his wing guards and
Oh, yeah.
hired guns.
Sorry,
yeah.
how many hit points does Gideon have? 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very confused right now as to why he's still on the table,
That's a good question.
and
He's got-
also how he's able to even see Gideon if he's like tucked in between those two. Oh no, it was blast, right?
Yeah.
But there's not enough blast to kill him, and so that's weird. So what I was gonna say though is, depending on how much damage is stacked on Bosk, he could pretty much run in there, and if he's got a Junlin Terror handy,
Yeah. This could get ugly fast.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 with Beast Tamer for 5
Yeah.
to rotate around and move
Yeah.
up, and another 5. He could get next to Bosk and trample right now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and
wreck his
probably
day.
kill Gideon. He might even kill
He's
that
too far.
Nexu.
He's too far from Gideon and the Nexu though. There's the empty squares there.
Yeah.
So 10 moves gets him right to the line basically to be adjacent to Bosk, but not over. He would have to do another move to go in and try and stampede.
Jungle and Terra.
Yeah, he would have to if he
Yeah.
has Junlin Terror in his hand, that would be the play.
Well, that's 2 of 15.
But depending on how much health Bosk has, just going up for the trample might be worth it. Well, especially if that. Oh, the damage was on the Nexu.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why that's what that was?
I'm
It still
s-
looks like
I
Gideon
am-
has
I am-
5 there.
I am very confused as to what that Gideon damage is right now.
Oh, he must.
Oh, it was a mistake.
It was a
Okay.
mistake.
Oh, he
God,
meant
makes
to
sense.
grab a 1, but he accidentally
okay,
grabbed
Okay.
a 5.
I'm with it.
Oh, and pouncing, and I believe that is.
Going at the HK.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try and cleave the other one.
You can attack one and cleave the other for, I think it's
Yeah.
+3 cleave, right?
Cleave, definitely not 3.
Well, now it's a surge because he isn't a regular. He's a regular Nexu.
Ah, that's right. So he's bleeding automatically.
Yeah.
It's cleave 1.
Cleave 1 for the
For a
regular
surge.
for a regular next.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that a droid can bleed.
He's leaking oil, man. Coolant.
Yeah, I'm looking at his
Oh, we can see his
hand.
command hand there.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's the
he
HK's liquid cooling for the processor. You don't know.
Let's see if he's got his command hand there.
He doesn't have a jungle and
No.
terror, which is pretty unfortunate. Though,
Yeah.
he
If
might, I don't think he also has.
If Dan top decked a Junlin Terror in this opening hand right now,
Well,
he
now
could theoretically wipe out Bosk and Gideon
Yeah.
in one play.
Well, now
Because
I think the
because
right play,
15 gets them into there to stampede both of them for the 1.
Yeah.
And they've
that
activated
kills
already.
Boss.
Yeah.
That kills Gideon.
No, well, it might not, because I think they might live with like 1 or 2 points
No,
of damage
Gideon
left.
has 5 health,
But
and he
I
was
only,
double blasted.
I only see
Looks like
2, maybe 3 damage tokens though.
No.
But in any case, he could definitely do that, and then he'd be able to Junlin Terror, move
What-
up, land on Boss, Gideon, and that HK, killing the HK, Gideon from the Stampede. Boss would have like 1 hit point left, and then Trample finishes him off. So,
That,
and that right there would be the game.
yeah,
I
pretty
would,
much.
I would just say that right
But
now.
Devon's right. Shouldn't Gideon have 4 damage? Because you would have blasted twice, right?
But is it Blast 2 or
Yeah.
Blast?
Explosive armaments is blast 2. Now, maybe we're not seeing a 4th one under there. Maybe it's just stacked up.
Yeah, because when I look at it, I see 3.
Yeah. Here we go. Here comes the Banta. So
No,
big
no.
boys coming.
You see, there's 1, 2, and then under the 3rd one, it seems there's a 2nd.
I guess there would have to be.
Oh, Grizzly contest.
Oh, I wish he had a Junlin Terror. That would have been the most baller play if he pulled that off.
That would be pretty nice.
Can you imagine, like, how you would hate your life if that happened to you on...
So he just killed an Nexu. That's 4 points right off the bat.
Wow.
So, he could
Oh, now
still
he's showing him how
have...
he did this.
So, he could still have a Junlin Terror.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. We saw.
We saw
Oh
his
no,
hand.
no. I think what he did is he shot the Nexu. And that's something that you don't always see.
Oh.
So, hold on. How is he able to That looks like a trample. And 5 for Beast Tamer and any move. So how is he able to kill the Nexu and trample?
He used
Grizzly Contest.
Grizzly Contest.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed the Grizzly Contest.
So it looks like Bosk is at like 7 or 8. This is crazy start.
Yeah, so he waited till he was adjacent to the Nexu
That's right.
to play Grizzly Contest, so it suffers 2. And then yeah, because the Nexu was softened up from the blast. I got you.
Yeah, then he took 2 damage from the strain.
Yeah, which when you're the Bantha, you don't care. Especially
Because
when...
now he's at 19. And thankfully for him, he doesn't have like a whole bunch of like troopers and Kane Somos. Not a lot of people play Kane, but I do.
So what you're saying is, hypothetically, if you were to play a Kane Somos list on this map against another person's crazy scum Bantha list...
Yeah, if he was right there, then...
Not that just happened in the previous round to you or anything.
No.
No, not at all, right?
No, definitely not.
This scenario has never happened to you before in your life.
No.
So who has
Hey,
initiative?
I've only played like 10, 11 games
What's
in my life.
Yeah, you got
Imperial
good knowledge of
Assault.
the game for only playing 10, 11 games. Pretty impressive.
Who has initiative right now? I missed that detail.
Let me check.
Wait, what?
Victor's gonna find out.
So 4-0 early on, first turn.
Yeah, and not just that, he's done a lot of damage on these characters.
Yeah. So the game's almost over even before it started.
I would imagine it's gonna be really hard for Brent to come back
Yeah.
from this.
Yeah, you don't want to give the Bantha a nice range 10 move and leave that trample open.
Dan has initiative.
Okay, so
Yeah, there's the
there you go.
initiative token.
Thank you.
so
I wonder how the person
how
playing
could
that
this
guy-
play out really badly here? Worst case scenario. So the round ends. They both have a terminal. So if Dan can draw into
But he gets those 2.
but
He
if
gets
Dan,
those
if
two.
Dan can draw into his either does he have single purpose on there?
Wait.
On his command deck. He does not. So single purpose is also really baller with a Bantha because then you trample twice and it's just terrible.
That's right.
You want to
Also,
go ahead. But still, if he can top deck just a crush, just anything like that to make it work, you can
also,
Here goes some Bantha
to the
slaughtering.
limit. Yeah, for the extra action. Does he have to the limit though? He doesn't.
The HK is going to shoot at the Bantha. Focused HK. Oh, that's not amazing. I'd re-roll that yellow die.
Bantha's okay if he's getting shot at by an HK though, because
Yeah.
half of their ability is to wreck your defense rolls. Right? That's like part of what makes him great.
Yeah.
So when you don't have defense rolls, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Do your 4 or 5 damage.
I'm surprised he's not. Assuming he's going to re-roll one of these though.
Because basically all you can do is get 1 surge for 1 damage. That's the HK's best bet.
Yeah.
Pierce does
That's
nothing.
right. You're right. There's no.
You're
nothing
pretty
else.
much never rolling the Bantha's attack dice.
Yeah. And
Right.
they re-rolled the yellow and got.
And
an extra
weaken
hit.
does nothing. The range won't matter unless you're really desperate. So basically, you're hoping that you're going to get that
So he
decent damage roll. So basically, he's rolling 6 off of that best case, right?
Yeah.
And
So,
that's it.
so he gives him
So-
6 damage there.
what does the thing do again? The tier stations.
I
So
have it in a different tab.
So Bantha
Oh,
still
so
has
it's-
13 health left.
so he gets 6 VPs, so he's winning right now. No. It's gonna be 6 to 7 for Dan because that Nexu's playing video games on that station.
But see, look at this board state right now. So initiative's going to go to Brent. He's going to get.
He's gonna use boss,
He's
obviously.
He's gonna have 1 chance if that Bantha's alive at the end of this turn. He's gonna have 1 chance to finish it because if he doesn't, it's lights out for everything in
Yeah,
that
he's
section.
at 10 health left.
Bantha just
I
took
mean,
another
11
5
health.
from
Boss-
the other focused
He's at
HK.
he's at 11 health left.
The thing I find when I use the Bantha in these situations though is that if you rush it in, like kamikaze run right into the guy's like beefy dudes, because think about Boss, right? He's doing 2 damage off the cuff, right? This is plus 2 damage. He's rolling a red and a green, so that's going to give him another 3-ish, maybe more.
Yeah.
3 to 4. So that's like, thank you, sir. So that's like a significant hit right there, plus whatever else. You basically, you want to, if you're going to go in like that, you want to have something in your hand that's going to be nasty. Crush, single purpose to set up for the next turn.
To your limit.
Yeah, that's an option.
To the limit.
He doesn't have those, so we know that's off the but you definitely want like those Junlin Terror in hand.
But at least he's
Or-
he's
or-
only 9 points, and if he can wipe out Boss and Gideon, that's 12 points. And
Even,
he wiped out
even
the
if he
next
had Ferocity, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I find
one.
Ferocity,
He has a ferocity.
it's an attack though, not the special, and you're better off with Trample, because with Boss, you could Ferocity him, and then he just rolls a white X-Man, and it's a waste of cards, so...
Yeah, it's
It's
ferocity.
cool. Did you see what happened
but
last
I think
turn?
more of the ferocities are more for the Nexus.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying, like where the Bantha is right now, in your hand, you would want to have that Junlin Terror ready to go.
I wonder what else he has.
It's also awesome if you have the Junlin Terror and Crush, so you pull off what he did, and then as that Bantha's alive at the end of the turn, you Junlin Terror in,
Yes, Pummel.
Crush Boss, kill Gideon.
He has Pummel in his hand.
That's not going to help him here though, because he's going to need to make like
Yeah,
a...
that helps that Nexus comes in. Then he double things.
Yeah, but he has to move them. Yeah, you have to move the Nexus with Beast Tamers. Do you want some? Here you go.
Did you guys see what happened last turn with the HK? Sure, Skittles. It's like rolling all these dice. The HK took that.
Oh, that's what I say.
focused
Like,
attack.
like when you're, well, we don't have the blue ones here, but yeah, when you roll a focused HK, it's like a Skittles on the table.
Well, because the Bantha doesn't block line of sight, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool because he was hidden behind Boss. Now, Bantha's got, looks like, oh, he's dead now. Nine, right?
Yeah. See, and I don't like being critical of players when they do this, but giving up the Bantha like that to basically not kill anything, like Gideon's a backbencher kind of guy anyway. He's probably not getting into the fight. He's just going to focus those HKs and move them around. Focus Boss, send him out, whatever. Boss is going to start healing. And all of that, you just gave away 9 points to not really advance yourself too much in the race.
6 more for Brent, 3 more for Dan. Here,
So it looks like in Brent's hand, I see a Jump Jets, Element of Surprise, Negation.
yeah.
Brent,
So now he can't.
so
like,
Brent and I are kind of like kindred spirits on a really awesome combo on this game. I do not build decks without Jump Jets. Because if you draw into Jump Jets and Element of Surprise, on a guy like Bosk who could maybe be focused, jump around a corner, play Element of Surprise to take your defense die away, and hit you with 2 greens and a red
Yeah,
with that +2 damage, like that's like goodbye Nexu, you know.
also, what's good is using. Here, Brent has taken initiative, but what's good is Jump Jet's Element of Surprise. Because say you're far away, you
That's
just
what I was
jump
just saying. Yeah, you can do crazy stuff with that. Hold on.
All right, so
Like right now, Bosk has line of sight to everybody kind of around him, so it wouldn't matter. But even this this HK with all the damage stacked on could Jump Jet in front of that Nexu, play Element of Surprise, and just vaporize him.
yep. Did we mention the score? So you got the 2 terminals at the top for 6 points.
Yep. And the
And
back
then
for
Dan got 3
yeah.
for the bottom terminal where the next
This is a rough one for Dan because as much as I love HKs, they're very fragile.
Yeah.
And if you get a guy like Boss close enough to them, it's going to be nasty.
Boston one shot them, no problem.
Yep. And as long as those Wingguard are in there taking 6 points a turn, I mean, if he doesn't do something, the score's at least going to be 21 at the end of this round.
Why do you say that?
6 points for the 2 Wingguard on Brent's 15, right? So Dan has to do something about those objectives, otherwise it's going to be a...
Was that an HK just shot at the Nexu?
Yep.
He's going to re-roll the one blue, I think it looks like. I would do that. I'm going to re-roll it.
See, this is where,
not good enough.
because he has that jump jet's element of surprise in, I mean, if you're also Brent, you can afford to hold it back because you're in a really strong position right now.
Yeah.
So you can save it as a clutch play. But that damage HK could easily just one-shot that elite next to it. And it would be pretty gross.
Oh, yeah.
With element of surprise. in
He's
the
also
jets.
kind of lucky that
See, so it's, yeah.
Dan doesn't have negate.
Yeah. So he moved the HK away after that shot. And he's got another HK here.
I'm pretty sure.
So he shoots the HK. HK shoots at the next two again. Another, not a very good roll for the HK. It's two really bad rolls. Okay, that's a decent reroll, but
That's
Pierce
like
1, 3 damage.
he'll do 3 damage.
3 damage or +1 damage.
Yeah.
Or weaken. Weaken could help.
He could have weakened him,
It's
yeah.
already weakened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next to the elite is still alive.
4 more.
Yeah,
They hang in there.
they do. It's really intimidating when you have more than one beast against you. You see them coming towards you. It's
Yeah, it's more of a fear factor than
I'm
a good
scared.
factor.
I literally get scared. I have no idea how to tackle them.
Sometimes if you just like get a couple of
Maybe it's that lack of knowledge that has us in here talking about it on the stream instead of playing it, right?
It's like you gotta weather the storm.
also you
Sorry, go
need
ahead.
like stuff coming in at like say regular next to 2 HKs can do that easy.
Yeah.
It depends, because if they get that,
Yeah, X.
if
Then-
they get the block evade, it's really rough because then that evade gives them the extra block result too. So they put up 2 blocks and an evade. You're gonna roll your dice. If you force them to re-roll that, it's
or an X.
there's a 50-50 chance they're either gonna get there's 2 block evade sides and the dodge, right? So your
And
fish,
a blank.
yeah, but what I'm saying, like, to improve your position, it becomes a 50-50 roll at that point, and if you HK re-roll that block of 8 and they do roll the dodge, you are going to hate your life so much. So it forces you into these bad spots, right? And for, like, what's the next one? 4 points, the regular one?
Well, I think
That's a
that,
pretty effective scare tactic for 4 points.
I think that he had to discard.
He took a
it.
strain. It looked like there, so he discarded a card.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, that was a planning, which could have helped him.
Yeah. Planning's a really good card for him. So he's got his HK shooting right now.
So he has. So far,
Dan would have
he
really
has-
needed that planning, too.
Yeah.
Because
That's not a bad roll.
So
He's
that's
already got
4 damage to
4 plus whatever he could push through and pierce, right? So that
Pierce,
could eventually be
Pierce
6.
damage.
So who's
that
being
could be
shot
sick.
at? The HK?
Looks like he's shooting the other HK.
That's
Oh,
opportunist.
opportunistic. Well, the Bantha's gone anyway, so
Yeah.
the fun with
What does that do?
opportunistic is kind of opportunistic. So you play it on one of your mercenary figures. So as soon as a hostile figure takes damage, you play that card on one of your mercenary figures, and that figure can move up to 3 spaces.
Yeah.
That's good.
So he gets out of the way.
Yeah. Or if you're a Bantha, it's a free stampede.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Have I mentioned how filthy the Bantha is?
Well, it makes me want to try one next game.
Yeah, it's there's a learning curve with it, and giving it up like how you saw here is probably what you don't want to do. And again, I could be putting my foot in my mouth here if Dan takes his victory back, but I would, as Bill Lumberg would say, strongly disagree with that particular
I'm
play.
going to strongly disagree.
Well, he isn't
I'm
using
actually
Greedo
surprised he's
except
got
for
the-
grabbing cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That isn't a good use
Greedo
of
for as a terminal chud is a bad idea.
Yeah. I like actually having Greedo get into the fight. It's great if he can focus too. It's
He
awesome.
is. You want him in that range.
You
right?
want him in there. He's a little bit of a brawler because he's got 7 health, which is not terrible.
And a white die.
Yeah.
And-
This looks like a decent roll here.
And if you stick him at a decent enough range against like guys with a terrible range, like a Bosk, you can attack Bosk. He'll shoot you, but probably not hit you from like 5 away. And then you just
What
shoot him.
doesn't Bosk like? What does Bosk roll?
He rolls a red and a green, and he has a +2 accuracy.
Yeah. And a +2
Well-
damage automatic +2 damage.
Yeah, but if you're trying to outrange them with Greedo, right?
Yeah.
So like Greedo's got green.
Yeah.
And he automatically
And he can-
gets +1 accuracy
He's
and
rolling
plus
from
a-
at least 3 away.
Yeah.
So there's a strong chance you could pull the surge for 3 accuracy with
Yeah.
that, and attack from like 6 away.
Yeah.
Basically.
You
And
don't
he
even
could
need. You
make
don't
him
even
bleed.
necessarily need the focus. Like you could roll with 2 green dice, like you're
Well,
saying.
that's
Yeah.
Surge for the accuracy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
And then when
add the
it's,
+1.
it's someone like Bosk, he can't shoot you from 6 away.
that's right.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you can,
with
Great,
his
it's great against Jedi's too.
Yep.
not against the quiz, right? No. Or no, not against Luke, which is the problem.
Yeah. Anyone that's a melee attack.
Yeah. So like
yeah.
the roller guard champion. And I think that might be the Nexu.
I think it was because he rolled. Well, no, he rolled a.
No, he has 1 health left.
Yeah. And here comes the other hired gun.
So Dan did not take C-3PO. Am I reading that correctly?
He
He did.
Yeah.
So is 3PO out?
No, he's right there.
Where is he? Sorry.
He's right at the back. So,
So
he's gonna,
yeah, this is again, like I said, I hate being that critical guy, but I think if I were Dan, he'd have been better off getting that early focus off with 3PO and just having him sit on that terminal, because you need to affect this game somehow.
he just
And-
killed the elite Nexu with 2 hired guns.
Yeah, and
So just go show you, they're not completely useless.
6
Yeah.
for Brent. So now he's at 27 at the end of the round.
correct.
Yeah, I don't think Dan.
I
I
think
hate to
it's-
be like that critical.
Well,
Like,
it
I don't
just
think
goes
Dan
to-
can get this back.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, taking that hallway is huge because it's just automatic.
It
points.
is, but then if you're playing Dan's list, your Bantha is everything. You
Yeah.
need to have him do as much, even if it doesn't kill figures per se,
Yeah.
as much spread around damage as possible so your HKs can come in and pick them off after.
That's right.
When they only have 1 or 2 health left, your HKs are just like dead. And then you just suddenly go from nothing to like 20 points. But I am not optimistic for Dan's chances here.
Yeah.
And I did lose to Brent earlier today, so you think I would want Brent to lose just on some kind of personal bias, and maybe I do, maybe I don't, but I'm also a realist.
So Greedo's now getting into a fight. I think he's going for the easy 3 points.
Did he move? He moved him 5.
So he's
So-
shooting Boss. See, yeah, you were right. Boss can't get the range.
Exactly. So right now,
And
Bosk.
he blocked that surge cancel. See, yeah.
Yeah. So it's free attack on Bosk. Now he's gonna shoot Bosk with Greedo's 2 greens.
Yeah. He got that range. He
Now-
gets
now,
an extra accuracy.
The trick with Bosk is he could X-Man you right here and call it a day, right? So that's range.
Gets 3 accuracy.
So he's got basically showing 1. He can search for the accuracy. So right now,
Yeah.
oh, he just scored Bosk.
You got
8
boss.
points
8 points
for Dan.
for Dan.
That's actually a pretty good swing move right there.
Yeah, and with Greedo, he didn't even get a damage.
And that, like I said, guys, that's how you pull it off with Greedo. We all think of him as kind of a chump in those movies, but man,
He's a good 4 points.
you want to go against Bosk? Greedo's your guy.
Yeah.
Especially if Bosk is already activated, it's a really safe play. So if you're Bosk, is this like just embarrassing? If Greedo
Kinda.
like takes you out?
Yeah, like that's the guy who like
Yeah, that's almost
missed horribly.
not very thematic, is it?
Yeah, it's like Boss, the big Trandoshan terror, and he's just like.
It's just not that
That-
accurate.
yeah.
It just wasn't that accurate.
Well, if you see
Well-
the new movie, Greedo was horrible.
It hurt. I had one game today where Boss literally got 1 shot off in the game. He almost one-shotted Blaze, but 1 shot's all he
Oh,
did.
your boss.
Yeah, my boss.
Yeah, what happened there?
I didn't move him up fast enough, maybe, but at the same time, he had heavy troopers, and I
Yeah.
just was like, no way, I'm gonna get
You got it.
slaughtered.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, he's a tricky one. I like him in a Bantha list because you can kind of bring him in behind the Bantha.
Yeah.
And
So
can't
after the
get
Bantha's
shot.
done its nasty business,
Yeah.
oh man,
Come and finish somebody off.
when those guys are again like they're all softened
I'm
up.
gonna look to a Bantha list. I'm gonna try it.
HKs and Bosk make a good cleanup crew.
Oh yeah.
But again, it's about not just giving your Bantha away without
No,
affecting the one.
don't
Agreed.
move the next two. You move the next two.
He's
think
going
he
for the,
ran-
he's going for the gusto here, eh?
Oh, he beast tamered it.
Beast tamered
and then
it.
Oh, this could be
then
a
pounce?
swing play.
pounce.
Did he
Yeah.
beast tamer and count and pounce?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now he's gonna cleave.
He's gonna,
Oh, that.
He's going for
no.
that HK there. That's an HK, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
HK.
Damage.
Then he's gonna cleave into.
Is it an HK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, he didn't get that surge.
Oh, you're right for the cleave.
Yeah. So Gideon remains alive,
Gideon's
and he can
alive.
just pow.
That's
Yeah.
okay because Gideon, he's like a stormtrooper at that point. It's
Yeah.
not like the worst because the thing is Gideon needs to see things to affect them.
He's not seeing anybody right now other
Yeah,
than his own
Gideon
other
has to
3PO.
waste an action to move just to do
No,
something.
Your eyes, a Nexus?
He's in front of an X2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right
Yeah.
up top where
Yeah,
the
so-
damage is.
I mean, that's not. Did that HK get eliminated too?
Yeah, that HK was toast. Wait, that's both HKs.
I'm good, thanks.
Same.
So it's another 8 points for Dan. So apparently I did put my foot in my mouth, guys, because that puts Dan at what 23 now for wiping out that HK group.
Boy, this is a great comeback.
I usually, like I said, I'm usually not wrong when I call these things, but I am
Usually.
so very
Keyword.
wrong right now.
Keyword. Usually.
Without Bosker, the HKs,
Yeah.
there's, I mean, 3PO
Yes.
is basically
And
like
he
nothing.
has his 7 points of wing guards in his
Well,
thing
if
left.
you look at what's left on Brent's side, basically 3PO might as well not even be there because he can't do anything damage-wise.
He can be a terminal hoarder, get those wing guards and wing
Yeah,
guards.
but he's got to get him scoring somehow, and that's where this is going to fall apart fast for Brent because
Yeah.
end of the round it's going to be 27-26 for Brent, and then next round starts. I mean, just look at the board. I mean,
No, just 27.
oh yeah, sorry, Dan doesn't have the terminal anymore. The objective, so it'd be 27,
I mean,
23.
unless 3PO runs, pretty much puts himself out there, but
He already activated 3PO,
oh yeah.
so
Yeah, he also element of surprised that guy, so he barely had a chance.
I have to say, it's definitely a swing. I thought that Brent had
Yeah.
this game in the bag, and it's really tight right now. If I think
Yeah,
Dan
I was-
probably has the advantage, but
I was surprised just based on how
But he has to get those wing guards off the
he
station.
You're
can't.
absolutely right.
He
And-
will be able to on the next turn because it's easy enough to get Greedo and the focused HK in there
Oh,
to do the
now
job.
he moves, shoots Greedo. So
So the good news is if he shoots Greedo and kills him, Greedo can still shoot him back, right?
Yeah.
So
well, he's undead now. That's 2
Didn't do
damage.
much with that.
That's only
not
2
enough
damage.
yeah.
I had my last game, John must have taken 6 attacks on Greedo. It was kind of awesome. I'm like, yeah, keep shooting at Greedo. He's worth 4 points.
Greedo rolled a white.
Yeah, and I think I dodged maybe once, or I dodged at least once.
That's funny.
So that's going to be only a surge.
So he's got both of the Wingard trying to take out Greedo here, and Greedo is just rolling like a beast.
Yeah. Strain. And
So he would have taken the 2 damage. I think.
because you're right, you know, Callus, at the end of the round, if somehow Brent takes that other terminal, he's going to score 9 points at the end of the round.
He has the elite Wingard though.
So here he goes. He's going to go for that other terminal, I assume, just to try to get 9
He
points.
like deleting everything. Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
So Brent's shooting with the Wingard, a
Yeah.
focused Wingard here. I'm not sure who he's declaring the target. Is that Greedo?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's Greedo.
he's probably
So
gonna.
that's an okay roll. He's
What?
trying to. He's looking like he's playing a command card.
Element
That's-
of surprise.
element of surprise. You're supposed to declare that before you attack, but he's gonna let him get away with it,
So is
no.
that a dead Greedo?
isn't it?
Well,
Like he already rolled the dice, but whatever. It's
4
so
points.
dead Greedo basically. 4 points for Brent. So Brent's now winning by 1 point as he finished off. Greedo gets his.
yeah, it's when you declare
Parting
an
shot?
attack. So yeah, he would have had to play that before rolling.
Yeah, and it's a missed opportunity for Dan there, but he's probably being gentleman and letting him have the shot. And Greedo's taking his shot back. Oh boy, so he's going to maybe only do
So-
2 damage.
The Wingard rolls white.
That's right.
No, rolls a black.
is
Where's
he
that
rolling?
white coming from?
Is he?
Oh, is Greedo just not dead?
Greedo is shooting back. So
At-
Greedo
Yeah, but a what?
Hired gun.
Oh, it's a hired gun.
So he must have killed the hired gun, and the hired gun's now taking his shot back.
I
Yeah,
guess.
but why would you take a shot back?
I'm a little
Now
lost
he
here.
gets 9 points.
Yeah, I'm a little. Let's see what happens.
Actually,
here.
wait. I think Brent has this. No. Yeah, I think Brent might have this.
So Greedo's out.
So Greedo's dead, and then, but so Greedo's
If he
gonna
kills
shoot back.
3PO, Brent has this.
Right.
Yeah, that's a weird spot to put C-3PO because
Yeah, he's trying to
Well,
challenge
he's-
for the 3 points,
yeah.
but I don't know if that would. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Well, 3v2, yeah.
well,
But like you always say, they're there. I'm not.
well, it's
So-
6-0. But
Yeah.
I mean, we know that Brent's got take initiative,
Yeah.
which he could play now to take it back and just blast C-3PO.
Sorry. Yes.
He could just blast C-3PO off the board right now, and
Well, if he gets that X.
well, actually,
I really like R2D2 because he gets that accuracy.
not even if he plays take initiative,
He's on the ground.
Yeah.
he could. The Wingard could just walk around the corner and just shoot that wounded HK right in the back.
Yeah.
It's got like at least 2 damage on it already.
I'm pretty sure that might be a 3.
Is he playing take initiative?
Yeah, but then you exhaust Gideon.
Or your own 3PO?
Yeah. Yeah, but then don't you want that focused HK? So yeah, he did kill that hired gun with the Greedo.
Yes.
I like how the hired gun is disposable. Literally. That's so he can't roll an X, which puts him really bad.
Yeah, but they're there to grab objectives, hold terminals. I mean, that's it. They're not like your frontline shock troops.
Like, yeah. Like your wing guards, I think, would be more of a objective runners.
They can be, as you can see here, but hired guns are just nice 4-point filler if you just need someone to sit on a terminal and give you cards while the game goes on.
And then when he dies, he shoots back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like an officer or that you have sitting on a terminal where they just come up and shoot him and that's 2 points, right?
Well, if you have of no importance,
Yeah.
that isn't a point.
Yeah, but then you have to have the card in your deck and then have it in your hands. So what's
Well,
happening
that's
here?
against 3PO.
So that's Surge for 2 damage, and 3PO is going to take 3, but he has 4 hit points, so...
Still alive.
Yeah, see, that's what I was just thinking. Like, you might have wanted to take out that HK. Is he going for Gideon now?
Wingard's going for Gideon. Yeah. Oh, so it's gonna be. Does he have range?
Yes.
2, 3. Yeah,
Yep.
just enough. So it's 2 damage to Gideon. Okay. I assume he's gonna try.
can't,
to, I don't
do it
think
with
he can
that
do
one.
it. No.
No.
And at this point, though, do you want to take the chance and just go all the way around the corner and shoot at Gideon and take him out for the points? Like maybe it's worth more than staying on the terminal for 3.
So he's
Or urgency. So now he
there
can.
you go. Now he can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then he can't.
Well, he
get,
can shoot and then run back. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can totally because he didn't. That's
Oh, that's pretty strong.
that's it.
That's
That's
Gideon.
gonna kill
Yep.
Gideon.
Yeah, 5 to 1, so that's 4 damage through. Gideon's dead.
So that is 3 for Brett.
Yeah. So Gideon is dead.
So now he just moves the Wingard back onto that terminal, sorry, the objective,
Yeah.
and wins the game unless, what
Is Gideon not dead? I thought he was dead there.
he should have been.
Oh, I mean, he just didn't remove the model. I don't see the card on the board, but
Unless he can get his Nexu in there and kill one.
He would
Got it.
have to, yeah.
Or uses his HKs or something. Gets his HKs, kill one.
nice
He would-
point,
he would-
Gideon. There we go.
He
I
would-
was wondering why Gideon was still sitting there.
Yeah.
The focused HK could walk right up and just shoot one right off the terminal completely.
Yeah.
And then kill Gideon, and then you can have
But he's got to
some-
really try to score some points here really fast.
Who's that?
Well-
Probably a Nexu against his Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there-
Gideon is dead.
3 points for Dan.
So,
He's making a game of it here.
yeah.
But the points at the end of the round are what's going to matter.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure that was, again, the right move with that Nexu because if you left Gideon alone and just did like Beast Tamer 5,
Yeah.
then did another 5 move and pounce, you could easily make it to one of those wing guards.
And he could have HK'd the other wing.
And if you don't kill it, you at least contest the objective to buy time, right? Then the HKs can get the other one.
Yeah, but then that's only 2 turns.
Yeah, but as long as the terminal's contested, he doesn't win on objective points, and then they play again, right?
Yeah, but then there's another turn.
Yeah, he just has to get the kills at that point, which is not the hardest thing to do with a Nexu against a couple of wing guard.
I want him to move it over there. I want him to move it over there.
Move what? Oh.
Because of what it is.
Oh, yeah.
What's the question?
Infinite Panda's pointing out online that legal
yes.
use of urgency.
Yeah, because for that action, you have to use up those... But is it, though? Because it says you've gained a number of movement points. Yeah, so he's gonna start working on those wing guard now. But from that square, I don't see what he's...
Yeah, he's trying to get
You
that.
can't see him from there, though, I don't think.
Oh, so he's stealth tactics. Trying to get that axe.
All right, so Infinite Panda, you're correct. That was used wrongly.
Yeah, it's a special action, so it wasn't generating movement points off your move action, which you can kind of move, shoot, move.
Yeah.
It's a special action which has to be resolved completely, or else you're
That's
done.
right. That's unfortunate. I suppose at this point it's a missed opportunity that maybe Dan was not aware of.
It's a subtle nuance in the rules.
It is, yeah. It's kind of like what makes the game great and is tricky, is that there's a lot of little tricky things you got to keep track of.
Yeah, and with stuff like that, you just want to make sure, you're aware too, and sometimes in these things there's just a lot going on, so you don't think about it too hard. So that focused HK can probably finish off that wing guard. So he played what? Did he play Disorient? Is that what I just saw?
What's that? Here, as he does kill
So
one
the
of the
HK
wing
took out one of
guards.
the wing guards. And that's it. Is that end of...
Yeah,
'cause he
Brent,
killed three,
Brent
yeah.
scores both, right? So he's got 1 up, 1 down, and he's going to get 6 points and call it 40.
There was the Jungleland
Yeah.
Terror.
He did have a Junlin Terror?
I think he had it earlier. He just didn't... He was...